what's Frank's chances of beating? What you said? Frank's chances of beating Tank. Listen, I
The
haven't really
chance he
seen
give
Frank fight that
himself.
much. So let
Frank
have
got
you?
skill.
Break down Frank. What are the chances, since you're the boxer, of Frank actually
You know
beating?
what, bro? You know what I would say? You know what I'll be doing with this? I'll take both of their knockout ratios, add them together, and divide by 2. And that's the chance of Tank stopping Frank because Tank has the bigger knockout ratio. But we never seen Frank knocked out. And he can box. So he's athletic. He's a little bit bigger than Tank with a little size. That due to the skill set that could not play a part, it could, and they're both left-handed. It's I need to see it. You know, I need to see it because everybody be listen. This is the part where it's kind of like y'all complain and say all he fight is Mexicans. Now he fighting a negro, and it's just like we still complaining. Like when it's a tough fight, then what? But he still
Yeah.
could get knocked out. So I need to really see it because we don't know. We need to see Frank Martin. It's kind of like Usyk. Joshua already been beat. We need to see Usyk against Fury. We know what Fury gonna do. But when we see Usyk do what he did, that's why we needed to see it. And I'm telling you, he should. Gervonta gonna be in shape. Frank is in shape. It's gonna be some work.
So check this out. I got a quick question. All right. So that fight has already been pretty. It's not really controversial, but recently, so we're talking about the Frank Martin fight. I think it's a WBA. I'm not 100% sure, but they fight whatever belt they're fighting for. That sanctioning body ended up
Created
putting in a rehydration clause. It wasn't actually Tank, and Tank said he had nothing to do with it, right? So the contest set to take place at 136 pounds, and when speaking to his own boxing show, Garcia revealed that Davis team. Oh no, that's not it. Hold on. So let me put this one on. So this is a WBA overturns rehydration clause for Gervonta Davis and Frank Martin, right? Hold on. So the World Association WBA has overturned its intention to implement a 12-pound rehydration. So they were going to do it, and they overturned it. To Gervonta Hope, 29-0, 27 knockouts, upcoming title defense with Frank Martin. WBA President Gilberto Mendoza intended to implement the rehydration limit in a conversation with the Zones' Chris Mannix, who posted the initial details on X. The WBA President Gilberto Mendoza confirms that there will be a WBA mandated rehydration clause in the Tank Davis Frank Martin fight. Mannix posted on X in a text message to Mendoza to SI now. Mendoza says there will be a 12-pound rehydration limit that was based on recent events. Mendoza did not respond when asked if the WBA policy for all action fights. Now, when he's talking about recent events, I think he's regarding the Ryan Garcia fight and whatever, right? So the post by Mannix saw Davis come under scrutiny with accusations coming from all quarters that the idea to implement the clause was his and not WBA's. Um, not Gervonta, which Gervonta denied. I didn't know about this shit until yesterday on Twitter. Davis protested, but why is everybody mad? We have to weigh in the same weight and come in to fight the same weight. What the F is the problem? Which he's right, to be honest with you. You shouldn't be
Yeah,
able to
that's what
start off
I don't be
at
knowing what they
160.
be complaining
The
about, but
sanctioning body ultimately dropped the clause because it needed to inform challenger Frank Martin of the intention to incorporate it into his bout with Davis. Dan Rafael confirmed as much on X, but did not state WWE's intention to implement second by weigh-ins. Been asked this a lot over the past couple of days. Here's the answer: no, there is no hydration clause. So originally, the WBA was implementing the. This is what happened. They were implementing a rehydration clause. That took a lot of criticism.
black.
Tank
Yeah.
actually took a lot of criticism because of the controversy that happened with the Ryan Garcia fight, which they fought at 136 pounds and implemented a rehydration clause. The WBA intended to put this in there because of the controversy again from a Ryan Garcia fight when he fought Devin Haney, where fighters are ballooning up 20, 25 pounds.
Yeah, Devin
Every
Haney
bout.
was the one that blew up.
Yeah, exactly. And then the crazy thing is they took it back because of the criticism of the fight. Now, I don't believe it's the criticism of the fight that really did it. It's the criticism and the chances of people not wanting to watch the fight because of the hydration clause, because they feel like they intentionally trying to help Tank Davis. So that's what I believe
No, I
actually
mean
transpired.
that's not even a belief. That's just when shit get affected like that and it's gonna affect the commerce. That's just what they're gonna know. Fuck that. We're not doing that.
No, I
People
mean
already
I get it.
pulling out.
Listen,
They're making excuses. Tank even was when Tank starts complaining. That's what I really think, because it's kind of like, what the fuck is going on? Now niggas is bitching, and I ain't got nothing to do with this. And
I'm
that's
gonna
when
be
they
honest
was
with
like,
you.
oh
I think
no, we
Tank
got to.
did have something to do with it, but you know, he didn't want to be the bearer. He didn't want, like, listen, he caught a lot of criticism for that, for the Ryan situation. The WBA is like, look, let's put it in there. We'll make it. I believe he had some intention of it, whatever. But the WBA didn't want it to affect.
I think that what you said
But,
the first time was like accurate, because they seen what's going on with the.
oh
Because
yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
even when I heard about it and people was asking, I'm like, it's good, man. Because shout out to my man BIP Boxing Peace, my man Sharif Lawal. You know, these things need to be implemented to keep everybody safe, and both fighters have to do it. So it's just kind of like, what's the complaining about? Like,
No,
I don't
100%.
understand
Well,
it.
I'll
Like,
tell you this. Somebody said, "What's the 12-pound limit?" That was originally, so basically the fight's at 135. So now the next day they can only balloon up to 12. Is a 12-pound limit if you
the
pass 12.
IBF, if you fight for that, you can only be 10 pounds over.
Yeah, well, some of them is 10%. So I'm gonna be honest with you. This should be in every fight. There should be a limit. You shouldn't be able, like, if I'm going to fight, and I get it with Canelo. Canelo's like, yo, he's gonna show up 168, and he's gonna walk in the ring at 200 pounds. That's literally 30 pounds more than what I'm used to. I get that. That's dangerous. So, and listen, also recent events, which we forgot. We just watched the fighter die, literally about a week ago. A fighter died. So I feel like
You don't get it.
boxing doesn't want to listen. Boxing has lost probably in the last 5 years over 40 fighters or some crazy number like that.
No, like it's crazy. There's 4 in 2020.
Bro, think about that for a second. So I don't know if it's the pressure of that, but at the same time, listen, you're fighting a bigger man. Frank Martin, you know, he's definitely going to intend to be a lot heavier to absorb the punches from a Tank Davis. He's probably going to be more so closer to 15 pounds over, maybe 20. I don't think you should be able to come into the fight too heavy. I'm with you. I'm with you. And that's
He'd
why
probably be like 147. Like, them niggas don't be blowing up crazy like
I don't
that
know. I
too.
mean, listen, I hear you, but I also understand Gervonta.
Because when
Gervonta,
I used to cut weight, like, you can't even, like, it'd be so hard to eat from cutting weight. Like, it's not what people be thinking. Like, they like people think Ryan Garcia blow up, but when you look small like that, when you come back and fill up the water, they said Ryan Garcia is probably like 157, 158. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, that's not like when I really was in shape doing it, I would when I didn't understand how to eat properly and cut weight, but some of the good cut weight cuts I did have, I would be cut down to like 51 and then rehydrate to a decent 162, 165. You know
Damn,
what
from
I mean?
147?
No, because I would never have to fight at 147, because you just campaign around the weight is not for a title. So like you just be fighting at 150, 151. Like nobody's trying to make 147 all the time. So you would just be campaigning around the weight. And then when it's time to really get in the sanctioning body, then that's when you start fighting at 147.